In this video, we'll talk about why people fail in CELPIP reading with some very important tips and tricks, but also things that you might be doing that are detrimental to you. One of them is skimming. If you're coming here from IELTS, you're probably skimming before you attempt the questions. Don't do this. There is no use to it. There is no benefit. You just waste time, and you don't have time in CELPIP reading. Make sure to not skim, but instead go to the questions, then go up, find the specific places where answers can be found, read them, and then come back to the questions. Skimming is useless. The next thing is trying to save time in one part because you think, if I save 2 minutes here, let me finish this quicker, I'm going to go and have 2 extra minutes in part 2. That does not happen. Once again, this is not IELTS. You don't have the entire reading passage at once, all 4 parts. No. Each part has its own time. So there is no benefit of you saving time on one section. It's not going to carry forward, and you will just compromise that section. Now, the other mistake that people are making in reading is skipping concepts. In CELPIP, it is again very different than IELTS or other exams, where you don't have one keyword or one place in the passage where you might have heard strategies from teachers or YouTube videos. Hey, just look at this keyword in the question, go find that keyword in the passage, and come back down and match it. It's not like that. A lot of the questions in CELPIP and the places in the passage where you find answers are related to concepts. So this is where you have to understand the entire sentence, or sometimes you have to understand the entire paragraph to see what the meaning is. What are they talking about? What is the intention of the author? What is the interpretation? How can you say that same thing in different words? So once you understand this concept, the terminology, the idea behind why something is written, by observing an entire paragraph or sentence or sentences, you understand the exam better and answer the questions better. Similarly, you don't want to skip feelings. So in part 4, for example, and it could be in other parts, so like part 1 definitely, you have people talking. You need to understand where they're coming from. What is their attitude? Is one person positive? And if so, is the other person positive as well? Or are they negative? What are they fighting about? What do they feel about the issue that they're talking about? Are they appreciative? Are they negative, pessimistic, whatever? Once you understand this, you will be able to really well answer the questions in the second section of part 1 and the second section of part 4. Because those sections require you to fill in the questions based on how another person would respond. So when you know how initially people were feeling, you would know how the other person in response would say their answers. So that's important. At the same time, questions ask you, how did this person feel? What is their intention? So knowing their feelings is extremely important. The last thing is you ignoring paraphrasing. Again, it's not IELTS. Do not think that the same keywords that are mentioned in the question will be mentioned in the passage. It is not like that. They are heavily paraphrased. Something that is said as useful in the passage, that keyword is not going to be found in the questions. Maybe the question would say, it is beneficial, so a synonym, beneficial. It is highly advantageous, could be that. Sometimes it could be something completely different. Instead of just synonyms, they might say that this will help you in order to achieve whatever. So if this is going to help you, it automatically means it's useful. So it doesn't have to be a synonym either. It could be a concept. So remember to paraphrase the questions and paraphrase the passage in your head so you can match them better. Please guys, like, share, and subscribe for more great tips and tricks in 4 minutes in our channel for CELPIP tips.